Hey, this is Johnny from Puppet Theory, and this is 10 Questions with Tune Bubble.
Hey guys at Tune Bubble, I'm Chris from Puppet Theory. I sing songs and I play a bit of guitar. And bling, bling. Okay, let's get cracking.
So, I have the 10 questions. Grab a brew and strap yourself in. Right, question number 1, and it's the question of the decade. How has lockdown affected you all? Has it halted your musical plans?
Well, I got a dog.
It's definitely affected us all on a personal level. Like we couldn't go out or anything. We still can't go out. Ta-da! So that means no rehearsals or anything like that. So it's definitely affected us that way, but on the flip side, we've been very lucky to have previously recorded music months before and then just sat on it, we didn't release it. So when this pandemic happened, we were lucky to be like, right, we've got content, let's throw it out there. Question number 2, and it's a classic. How did you all meet up and start the band? Basically, we were all in bands previous to Puppet Theory. They all unfortunately broke up for whatever reason. I knew Chris on the music scene before Puppet Theory because I was a big fan of his band at the time. They unfortunately broke up. So I already knew him. I put an advert out for musicians on a website called Join My Band. And the day after that, a drummer called Paul Gallagher messaged me and said, hey, I play drums, getting back into a band. So I said, right, let's meet up. So did that. Turns out Paul is sick on drums. So I was leaving the rehearsal room, I was like, I know this guy called Chris, and he's a singer and guitar player. Incidentally, he before all this happened, Chris was showing me some new material. Like, I've just wrote this song called Buttons, and I was just like, that's really good, we should probably do something with that. The week after I jammed Paul, I got Chris down with Paul there, and we hit it off brilliantly, and Chris joined the band. After that, we went through a period where bass players seemed to be like gold dust, and I think it was Chris that put the advert out, and Niall replied to it, and thank God he did because he's amazing. Then Niall joined the band, but the funny thing is, my old band before Puppet Theory, we had a gig booked in Manchester, so that was supposed to be our last gig of a tour, like a welcome home gig, and it turned out to be Puppet Theory's first gig. Question number 3. It seems like a lame question, but what is a Puppet Theory? It's a very good question because I don't know either, but I know how we came up with the name of the band. Before the Manchester gig that I told you about, the promoter contacted us and said, we still don't know the name of your band, and we didn't have a name. We all said, right, we're going to bring in 10 names each, and I'm going to put them on this big whiteboard that we had, and we just went through them all. Nope. And we got down to the final 2 names, and 2 members of the band liked one name and the other 2 liked the other name, so we compromised and put both names together, and Puppet Theory is born.
How does the Manchester scene inspire me? Well, I'm from North Liverpool, so I kind of rebel against a lot of the things that Manchester stands for and that. But I went to university, did music at Salford University. I was really, really lucky that the band I used to be in, we had a live workshop with Johnny Marr. So he came in and watched my band at the time and kind of picked apart one of our songs, helped us improve it, and that experience has really, really stuck with me. All the other guys in the band will let you know that when we're writing songs, I am never happy with it. I'm always like, ooh, how can we change that? How can we improve that? Can we put that section there? So Johnny Marr in particular, not just his music with the Smiths and the Cribs, but just the way he approached songwriting, him in particular, has had a massive effect on how I view songwriting. Johnny Marr is in my brain forever, so he's really, really inspired me.
Question number 5. Which of your own songs is your favourite to play live? Ooh, good question.
Favourite song to play live?
Mine personally is Mascara. I just lose it. It's such an energetic song. Bam, 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 da, 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 and that middle 8. Oof.
It's funny because I play guitar and sing. I really like the songs that enable me to move around more because I have to stay by the microphone most of the time. I really like I the King for that because I've got a kind of solo bridge thing. I can kind of move around the stage. I really like songs that are like kind of bouncy. So I really like Strike 3 for that reason, and I really like our new track, Someone For You, for that reason. It's kind of like I can bob, and I can encourage the crowd to bob while I'm bobbing. Does anyone know anyone called Bob?
Question number 6. What's been your most memorable gig so far, and what's made it stand out to you?
See, it doesn't say what's your best gig, most memorable gig. Been some bad ones. I'll never forget the gig we played at Band on the Wall in Manchester, and we supported a band called Corella, who, if you don't know them, are an amazing Manchester band. I think it was the first time that the crowd was like properly singing our songs, properly bouncing, like knowing the words. It was the first time that I was like, whoa, we've got fans here. There were only 100, 150 people there, but 70 of them were like with us. So that's the first time I was like, we've got something here. So I think I'm gonna say that.
When I think of this question, I think there's been 3 gigs that stick out to me. One of them being supporting Larkins at Manchester Academy 2. The biggest crowd we've ever played to. There's like 1,000 people in there. That was a bit nerve-wracking. And then we supported the Hara at Academy 3. Again, sold out, massive noise. And then we did a headline show at Deaf Institute, and that was sold out. I'll have to say, I think the one that did it for me was our own gig. We sold it out. The crowd were insane. There's one point I thought the stage was going to collapse because there was that many people just jumping up and down. I really thought we were going to die. So maybe that one. That's probably the best gig. So if you were there, thank you so much. Question number 7. Name one of your favourite albums of all time and what's on your playlist right now. There's questions like this that start wars, One of your favourite albums of all time. There's far too many to name.
My favourite album of all time is an album called Men's Needs, Women's Needs, whatever, by The Cribs. It was released in about 2007, something like that. I'm a big fan of The Cribs. If you don't know them, forget about me, go and listen to them. I love them.
The Beatles' Revolver, I think, should be up there. Immense album. See, I was brought up on my dad's music, so bands from 60s, 70s and 80s. What did it for me to want to play guitar was being given Appetite for Destruction album and hearing Slash. That's what did it for me.
They wrote 2 albums as teenagers, and they were like, you could record better stuff in your bedroom in terms of like the quality of it. And then Men's Needs, Women's Needs, whatever was like their 3rd album, and you could tell that they'd really worked on their songwriting. All their songs are so different, but in terms of like the age I was at the time, and how much I liked the band, and I was going to loads of gigs at the time, so I was like crowd surfing. I actually bought a pair of like high top Converse just for wearing to gigs because no one could take them off your feet and lash them when you were crowd surfing. So that album and that like period of my life was like when I really fell in love with like live music, the sweat, the pushing, the like connection with the band. So yeah, Men's Needs, Women's Needs, whatever by The Cribs. Go and listen to it. It is unreal.
I should probably say the Beatles, so we'll go with that.
Oh, what's on my playlist now? A lot of Paramore's newer stuff. I absolutely love the Strokes' new album. I'm so glad that they continue to make music because they're absolutely amazing. Vistas, amazing Scottish band.
To be honest, I'm more of a playlist listener, not a maker. I usually find a playlist that I'm in the mood for and go with that. Maybe I should start making playlists, so if I should, let me know and I will make one.
What kind of things inspire you to write? It's funny because a lot of people, they're like, obviously I write the lyrics most of the time, and a lot of people would kind of write about their life and their upbringing and their past. I kind of like don't like writing about myself, so a lot of the time I'll put myself into the situations of other people who are struggling or happy or I've got something new, because I don't always like kind of pouring my heart out in that way. So what's inspiring me to write is actually the lives of other people that are close to me. Some people are suffering really badly with depression, had catastrophic tragedy in their life. People who are, going through breakups and, family emergencies and things like that. but it touches me and it matters to me. So I kind of try and put myself in their shoes, and that's a lot of the time that's how I write.
I'm just a noodler when it comes to writing. I'll just sit and noodle on the guitar and just keep sending them videos of me playing. Check this out, check this out, check this out. So that's how I do it. Question number 9 is definitely the hardest question of them all.
What's coming next if lockdown is lifted but you can't play live?
I don't know. Does anybody know?
Probably some more covers of average top 40 music. I really like rubbish music at the moment. I don't mean rubbish, it's the most popular music in the world, but you know, music fans would still be like, oh, that's rubbish.
Like I said before, I think we are a band that have been incredibly lucky to record months in advance and sit on the music while this pandemic happened. So I wouldn't be lying if I said that we had more music recorded and ready to be released. And then I wouldn't be lying if we had demos that were about 60 to 70% complete. So I can definitely guarantee more music, and I can definitely guarantee a trip to the studio if we're allowed. Other than that, until they find a vaccine, I think live music is pretty much out the window. But hopefully, fingers crossed, we'll have a vaccine and all will be well. And we've made it to the 10th and final question.
Anything else you want everyone to know about our music? It's really good. Like, you'll show it to people, family, friends of friends, people you work with, and they're like, you're in a band! And they're like, oh, it's actually really good.
We're a very honest band. What you see is what you get with us, so if you ever get the chance to see us live, if that ever happens again after this pandemic, you'll be in for a sweaty one. Other than that, the only thing I can tell you is that our new single, Someone For You, is out now on all platforms, including TuneBubble. The official video is on YouTube, supporting the NHS. So if you've enjoyed this Q&A, please go and check us out, and stay safe and spread the word. See you later.
I don't think anything else needs to be said, does it, Luna? She's sleeping.